Hi everyone, it's Kristina. So today I have my part 2 question and answers video for how to start on YouTube. So I already did a part 1 video where I explained to you the technicalities as far as camera, lighting, everything I use, background, how long it takes to edit, what I use to edit, everything like that. And then today I'm going to talk about other questions, just kind of how do you get started as far as like networking goes, what kind of videos you should be doing and stuff like that. Yeah, because I've gotten a lot of these kinds of questions on all my videos. They're kind of scattered around, so I just tried to remember all the questions I've gotten before, and I kind of put them all together into this one video. So yeah, so one of the most common questions I always get is, what should I start with? How do I start on YouTube? I don't know what to film. I want to start a beauty channel, but I don't know what to talk about. And I kind of had that problem a little bit when I first started. I mean, I started doing kind of like monthly favorites. You can do that. I started doing hauls. Like if you go shopping, you can show off what you got. A lot of people tend to like my hauls when I first started, but everybody's different. You got to find something that you're good at. That's another thing. You got to find something that you're unique at, because you can't just copy a lot of other people. You kind of have your own personality. You're going to have your own style, you know what I mean? And some people like to do makeup tutorials, some people like to do reviews, some people like to do hauls, some people like to do outfit of the days. It just depends on what you are comfortable with. You can do everything obviously, but some people are just better at one thing. If you don't know what kind of videos to do at first, try to think, what would you want to watch if you came on YouTube and you saw other people's videos? So like one of the most popular videos I know is what's in my bag. It's every girl likes to see what some other girl has in her bag. I've remembered this since like high school. My friends would like go through my bag and I thought they were so weird, but it's just something that happens. Girls like to see what you have, so maybe do it what's in my bag or video or something like that, and yeah, and then go from there. Of course there's a lot more to it, but essentially the very basics you should have is good lighting. And like I said, I talked about what kind of ring light I use for my videos, and I will link it down below, the ring light, as well as that first video if you haven't seen it. But you don't have to have studio lighting. You can use regular sunlight in your window, but again, it depends on your schedule. If you like to get up early in the morning, maybe you're in school, you don't have time or whatever. Like for example, I work late and it's just not comfortable for me. I don't want to get up early in the morning to film videos, you know what I mean? So yeah, I just got a ring light, but it just depends on your schedule. But try not to film in a regular lighting that you have in your room, because it's going to be orange, it's going to be dark, and it's going to look like shit and nobody's going to watch it, you know what I mean? Because it just looks bad. Also, as far as music and editing, if you do become partner, you can't use copyrighted stuff obviously, so the music you has to be royalty free, and there's a lot of ways to get that. You can either try to search online, which does take time, or artists will approach you and try to give you their music for free for you to use, as long as you give them credit or whatever, so that they can get exposure also. So that way you can get music as well. So there's a lot of different ways you can find music. And then as far as editing goes, I already went over my iMovie and I showed it in the first video, the part 1. So like I said, go and watch that if you haven't seen it. But I explained how long it takes me to edit. It takes quite a bit of time, so a lot of people are like, yeah, I don't feel comfortable with that, so I mean, just don't film as many videos a month or something like that, you know what I mean? It all depends. But there's also got to be consistency. If you're first starting out, you don't want to put one video every day up for a whole week. That's like 7 videos in 7 days, and then not put anything up for a whole entire month, and then you come back and it's like, oh, I'm alive, like, that's not consistent. You want to be consistent. Put like 1 video a week or something like that, maybe 2, or do every other day if you can. Or if you like to vlog or something like that, you could do every single day. It depends. Like once you get started, you're going to have videos that you want to do, because you're going to want to do collabs, you're going to want to do reviews, so you're going to have actual content that you want to do, and you'll become more busy. But at first, just kind of set yourself a graphic where you will have videos on a consistent basis. Talking about collabs and reviews and sponsorships and stuff like that, you want to get yourself out there. You want to network with other YouTubers, so you want to do collabs. You want to maybe reach out to them on Facebook, on Twitter, and everything like that. And sometimes it's hard, because if they have a lot of people talking to them, they might not see your message, or if you just leave them a comment in their video like, hey, we should do a collab or something like that, it just gets lost in many of other comments, especially if they have a lot of people that want to work with them and collab with them. They're just going to be like, oh, okay, like another person. They're not going to actually like click on you and know that you have like a lot of subscribers or great content. So it's a little bit hard, but that's also a good way to get exposure, is to collab with other YouTubers. There are also a lot of networks that are gonna try to approach you, and that's like once you get into it and get like a good following. But every network is different. There are a lot of them popping up right now where a lot of them are not very good, I wouldn't say, you know what I mean? I don't want to bash anybody, but they're just not. They're just kind of like, oh, hey, join us, you know what I mean? But it's not that good. So there's some good ones out there, really, really good ones, like Style Hall, for example. But other ones, I don't know. So it just depends, but that's kind of like once you get started. So you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to join any network at all if you don't want to. That's just kind of like an option. Oh, also background. So you want to have a visually pleasing background, just like the lighting, like I said. I mean, once in a while you can't have a video thrown into your mix of videos where, you know, you don't have your makeup done, it's kind of like dark, and you just have like something really quick to say. You're like, hey guys, I'm in a hotel room and tomorrow I have a meetup, so let's meet together. You know, sometimes it's acceptable, it's okay if you're just kind of trying to get a message across, but other than that, try to keep it like visually pleasing where the lighting is nice, you know, everything looks good, and like the background is pleasant. And it's a preference. A lot of people like a very plain background. Like I've seen a girl talking about this Russian girl. I watched her video. She was like explaining how you get started on YouTube, and she was like, yeah, try to have like a plain background. There's nothing in her videos because she does a lot of tutorials, so there's nothing to distract you from what she's doing, and that's fine. Like I said, it's a preference, but some other people prefer to have like a lot of things in the background to look at because you're not doing a tutorial where you have to focus on the makeup, you're just talking. So like for me, for example, I like to watch videos where people have stuff in the background, like pretty makeup, clothes, shoes, pretty lights, like candles, Christmas lights, whatever, just something cute, you know. And you can also, it's like not only visual pleasing, but you can also kind of get to know that person a little bit, but just the background that they have, you know what I mean? Some people might like stuffed animals, some people might like candles, whatever, I don't know, their stuff, their shoes, you can see what they wear. So it's a little bit different. If they're talking, you can kind of like browse around and look at what they have. I mean, that's just me. So I like to look at stuff like that. That's why I kind of try to have a background where like it's just my regular room, it's me. It's not like, you know, a plain wall or like some staged backdrop or something like that. So yeah, I mean, like I said, it's all up to you. And then also for the thumbnail, like when you are a partner, you can choose your own thumbnail for the videos, and that's kind of very important. A lot of people put a big emphasis on the title of the video, but honestly, I think it's more of the thumbnail because some people might not feel like reading the title, especially if it's long. Some people might not know the language that it's in, but they will click on that video if the thumbnail looks appealing, you know what I mean, whatever it might be. There are like some hilarious videos out there with pretty graphic or like sexual or just funny thumbnails they just click on just to see what it is. And sometimes it's a little bit misleading, so that's not good because you don't want to get a lot of thumbs down for that. But try to have like a nice thumbnail where it's not like something blurry in the background, like it just happened to have that thumbnail. You know, try to have like a nice thumbnail that people want to actually click on. And then speaking of being a partner, once you do get yourself rolling and you get those followers and everything like that, people will approach you to work with them, like as far as companies go, and sometimes they will send you just stuff for free to review. You don't have to review it, and I would honestly suggest being honest, you know what I mean, with your subscribers, because you will get more respect. Just say, you know, like, if you don't like the stuff, don't do the review on it, you know what I mean, because that's just kind of misleading. So like for example, you know, if something breaks or if the stuff they gave you, you just don't like it, you know, don't go ahead and make a video on it and lie and be like, oh, it's great, you know, buy it and it sucks, because then people are not going to trust you. But also you don't want to go out there and be like, oh, well, this stuff sucks and blah 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 when the company went out of the way and try to reach out to you and be nice. I mean, you could do that if you want, but this is a little bit unprofessional. Like, you can just email them back and be like, hey, I don't like the products. Like, I've done that before, and just be like, you know, I'm not comfortable doing this review. I can send it back if you guys like, which a lot of times you're like, no, that's fine, but if you don't like it, you don't like it. You don't have to, you know, do that, especially if it's sponsored, like they're paying you or whatever. It's just, you know what I mean. Like, you don't, just try to keep yourself honest. Then also, while we're on that topic, if you just started YouTube for kind of like the wrong reasons, you're like, well, I want to make it my job and I don't want to work, I want to just make videos like these big YouTubers. Like, honestly, it's really hard first of all, to get up there, you have to make like millions of views on your videos to have it be like your job, where you can get paid and not work, which there's only like a handful of those people on YouTube. But also, secondly, is that you're going to be kind of lying to other people and yourself, because if you don't enjoy like what you're filming about, it's going to come across, and people are not going to want to listen to you if you're just kind of like, well, I want to be a beauty guru, I've never done makeup before, and I don't know what a foundation is, but I want to be a beauty guru, I want to make videos. Like, obviously you're not an expert, you don't know what you're talking about, and it's going to come across in the videos, you're going to look so dumb. So you don't want to do that. I mean, just try to do videos. If you really want to do videos, try to do them on something that you're passionate about. Maybe you're passionate about, you know, filming like actual skits, like a little movie type video, or like some sort of comedy maybe. I mean, there's so many genres out there other than beauty, so I mean, there's a lot of choices basically. But you know, don't just pressure yourself into doing something like that for the wrong reasons. That's all I'm saying. And yeah, I hope that is it. I think I went over the main points that I've written down right here, so that way I can like talk to you guys about it, and I just kind of try to remember questions that I've gotten before, like I said. So if you have any other questions, leave them in the comments below, and I will answer them either in the comments or in another video. And yeah, so I hope this was helpful to you guys. If you liked it, please thumbs up, and that way I'll know to do more of these kind of questions and answers videos. And my personal questions and answers are on my vlog channel, my second channel. So I will link that below if you want to subscribe to that. And subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet. And also, if you want to add me on my Facebook or Twitter and Instagram, I will post all my links below, as well as my blog too. So yeah, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye. Or a makeup look for people who wear glasses before, and a lot of you guys liked it. So this giveaway is for people who wear glasses, and I wear glasses, I wear contacts most of the time. When you see me in my videos, I'm wearing contacts, but yes, I'm one of those people who can't see. So if you can't either, don't feel alone.